Hey everyone, today we're going to try to make some onlays and inlays off of Blue Sky Plan. So these preps were actually given to me by August de Vera. He was kind enough to give that to me and I really appreciate that. So let us first and foremost pull these preps into Blue Sky Plan. So while the software itself doesn't actually have an onlay or inlaid function, you can kind of get around with it with some Boolean differences, which is pretty much where you just kind of subtract the model from the tooth itself. It's a bit buggy, but I guess if you want to do it in a pinch, you can. So we got a couple of teeth here, you can see. And for this one right here, we will let's see here, what teeth we got here. Looks like we got one tooth here on number 5, and then we got 15 and 16. So let's just stick with, let's just stick with 1 just to make it easy here. And we'll go for 1, then we'll go to 15 and 16 afterwards. So let's pull in this first one here. I always like Mitch Hurst. Let's do the Pontic library. Pull in number 5. Boom. Pull that down. Pull that tooth there. Now what we're going to want to do here is we're just going to want to wax the tooth in place. And when I say wax, what I literally mean is we're going to wax it in place. Like you can't use the crown module here because it just doesn't quite work. Like it gets kind of buggy when you try to mark the margins here. And let's see, we're going to kind of put the tooth in place where we want to put it. Good, good, good. Great. And next we're going to do is we're pretty much going to try to shape the tooth in the right size. Using all the functionality here of these of the Blue Sky pile. Next we're going to remove all the material that we don't want to get our margins correct. Good, good, great. And you're kind of just deleting everything that's not, you don't want on that prep itself. And all I'm going to do is just deleting, deleting, deleting. Great, great, great. And let's go back to transparency here so we can kind of see a little more by where August's margins are. Great. And now let's get our contact really good and solid here. Wonderful. And now let's try to make this thing look a little bit more like a tooth here. Oh, you can kind of see how we kind of screwed up that little bit here. We're going to kind of pull our tooth a little more that way. Good, good, good. That looks a lot better right now. Great. Let's make it transparency. Let's make everything look like that. And let's... Good. That looks pretty good to me right there. And now, let's try it one way here. We'll try it both ways here and see what we get. So the first way we're going to do it is we're going to do a simple Boolean subtract, which is where we go in here and we just take the tooth, we go difference between the first premolar right here and the upper jaw. Let's see what we get. And we get an inlay. Not the prettiest inlay, but an inlay nonetheless. So if we take a look at what that's going to look like on the thing, it gives a little bit of it kind of popped it out a little bit here. but not too bad, not too bad at all. You can definitely imagine printing that thing out and seeing how it fits on there. Let's see if we can actually move it. So let's see what happens if we try to move it there. Yeah, we would definitely have a little inlay right there that we could put right in the mouth, right there. Now, the one problem you might have here, though, is we might have another issue where, maybe there's a little undercut here. So how would we solve that problem if we wanted to? One thing you could do is you could create an undercut surface where we have to go to denture module. So let's name this one here. Let's see if we can rename this thing. That won't let me. Okay, that's fine. So we might have to go up to the denture module here and create an undercut module. So we're going to have to add a couple more teeth here. Let's add, we'll add two number 15s here just to make my life a little bit easier later on. Hold down Shift, add, hold down. Well, these are smaller tooth. I know the Burness square is a lot smaller than the Mitchhurst Pontics. Good. We're going to just simply mark teeth visible chain. That's all I need to do. Now we're going to create denture, and you could also go in here and get rid of the undercuts. So that way we're trying to get rid of all the undercuts that could possibly be on there, just to make sure that there's no undercuts there. Much better. And now let's redo the same thing again. So I will, instead this time, I will actually just delete that tooth. So we have the, let's see here, I think that's this one right here. Yeah. So let me delete this tooth right here. Let's do the same thing again. I'll do the exact same thing one more time here. I'll hide those two teeth. And same difference. Modified max. And maximally undercut. And apply. And we get another little onlay right there. And I guess if you really want to do an onlay, you can now be a little more secure that this thing would have no undercut to it. And you can see from that angle right there that you probably would have less of a chance of having an undercut. I don't see any undercuts looking at that thing from that angle. That looks pretty good to me. I guess especially if I was printing that out, I feel pretty good about that. Now let's see if we want to do one more thing here where, we right now have a very tight fitting tooth. Because there's literally we have no difference at all. There's no offset there. So the typical offset is probably around, what's it, 100 microns over milling, which will probably go closer to about 50 microns or so. So again, let's delete this tooth here, and let's do the exact same thing one more time here. So let's get on, we just add in there an offset of 50 microns, which I think is 0.05. And that's what we get here. Apply. And let's see what sort of craziness we get now. Okay, so we got a little weirder thing here. Still not too bad. But we get a weird tooth that looks like, well, you can kind of see here, it kind of split it just in two pieces. That's okay for right now. The way I'd fix that, I'll show you in a second here, is that we would, we could see what happened here. It just kind of split it in two pieces right there because it couldn't quite figure out what the heck we wanted to do with it. But, so like I said, we're kind of playing with the software quite a bit here. And software doesn't quite know what we're doing here. But what I would actually do here is I would go back to module master. I would actually let us go back to the Crown and Bridge module here. I'm actually going to file, export this, and let's call this number 5 with 50 micron offset. And then I'm going to file, go back into Model Master again, and I actually would, let us hide this for a second here. I'd actually re-import this one, believe it or not. It's just a model. Skip alignment, so it'll go right where I want it to go. And what we can actually do is we actually can, this is a lot more work than you would ever do for some of this, but just kind of fun. I wanted to show everyone how you do it. We go Model Edit, and you can actually go in here. You can treat this as a surface. We'll put it as white just to make everything easier. Go in here and just, I actually just, so I selected everything. Let me do it one more time here. Clear selection. Go down, collect everything, cut selected area. There we go, now we got the onlay. So all I do is just delete the whole one side of it, then export it. And then we got that thing fixed. There we go. Now I exported it as the right thing. And you can see right now when I put it back on that tooth right there, that thing's more or less corrected. So I want to, but I can't manipulate it like I did the tooth beforehand. So anyway, just if you wanted to do that. But yeah, so that's one way to create a little onlay right there using Blue Sky Plan. But let's go to this other side, just kind of show you more. You know, let's do the other two seats just for fun, because why not? Let's go. And just because this is not going to be the right orientation for the maxillary undercut here, I'm actually going to see if I can maxillary undercut for, we'll call it for number 5, so I don't lose them later on. And also let's save this thing just in case I lose it later on. Always save, especially when you're doing kind of weirder stuff with Blue Sky Plan. We'll call it onlay trial. So let's do 15 and 16 now just for fun as well. So we're going to hide this one right here. You can see right here we're expanding it just a little bit. Make it a little wider here. That looks pretty good to me. Great. Let's see what it looks like when we make it transparent. Good. And maybe that doesn't look too bad right there. All right, let's transparent that one again. Lock it. Let's go to second molar now. All right, move it around a little more here. Good. Good, good, good. All right, let's start kind of playing with this one right here. Start cutting it back a little bit. Good, good, good. There's one tooth made. Let's get rid of that little piece right there. Let's lock that one. Now let's go to the other one here. We'll actually hide that one for right now. Unlock that one. Let's get rid of everything I don't want here. Good, that actually looks pretty good right there. Let's add a little more right down there. Let's see here. Cool. Good, let's see what it looks like from the underside here. Maybe pull it out a little more here. Good, good, good. Great. Wonderful. Now let's see what the contact looks like between the two. We're going to make one transparent here. Not too bad. Unlock that one. The contact's not too bad right there. Let's see what it looks like in occlusion next. Actually, let's see what the other side looks like. Perfect. Actually, let's add a little bit more right there. Good. So we have a nice broad contact. We'll add a little more right there. Good. Let's see what the occlusion looks like now. Because pressure check that occlusion. Oh, we probably want to fix that a little bit there. Good, good, good. Toggle up, toggle lock, toggle transparency. So we get rid of that stuff there. Because we never checked that one. We never checked number 5 earlier. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, number 5 actually looks fine. Good. So yeah, let's toggle transparency, toggle visibility. Now let's do these two over here. So we'll have to go back there and do another denture. Make another denture here. Plan new denture. Up, mark teeth visible for chain. Manipulate model. Up, create new denture. Let's hide these two teeth for a second here, just so we can make sure we like visibility. Because I want to make sure we're not hitting the margins with it. No undercuts. Kind of too much undercut right there. So that teeth from. That looks pretty good to me. Maybe a little more right there than I want to have. That's not too bad. Good. Perfect. Cancel the planning again here. Let's see how good it saved that other one. It's undercut. Interesting. It saved both of them, did it? Yeah, it saved both of them. Cool. Okay. So now we're going to go here and do this one right here. We'll hide that model. And same thing again here. Let's go back to our crown and bridge and do the difference again with that and maxillary undercut with 0.05. Apply. Boolean difference. Let's see what we get. Visibility. Okay, so we get that weird thing again. We'll fix that later on. Let's export it right now. Export. I find you gotta export these immediately, otherwise you kind of forget about them. Alright, now let's do the exact same thing with number 15. right? And let's see if it gave us probably the same error again. I'll bet you. Yeah, give the same error again. We'll fix that. I'll show you how we fix that up. That one looks a little weirder to me. But let's find out. Let's see what does that look like. That one looks a lot worse to me, actually. I don't like the way that one looks at all. Let's see, how does that one look? Yeah, I don't like that one looks either. Okay, let's try these ones again here. .05. Yeah, so it's giving us a weirder answer this time. This sometimes happens. Let's see what happens if we do no undercut, actually. Actually, let's try it one more time here. I have an idea. Maybe that's what's going on. This is part of it. You know, we are, like I said, we're kind of manipulating the software a little more than we probably should be. I shouldn't say that. We're not manipulating more than we should. We're just manipulating the software more. Let's see if we actually move the thing around a little bit, whether it kind of comes into contact or not. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Nope, that one definitely doesn't look as good as the other ones did. Okay, so let's try the let's try a lower amount of. Well, let's try none then. And that actually looks pretty good right there. You get a very nice tight-fitting inlay onlay right there. Yeah. So in this case, probably what I would end up doing, honestly, is I would end up probably printing out 2 inlays and 2 onlays, doing one, print it out right here, and I'd probably print out the .051 and try them both out. So I'd probably export this one right here. Oh, don't do that one. Especially when you're first trying this stuff out, you know, print out a couple different ones to see what your printer works best with here. So let's do .16 with no offset. And we'll do that one. So I'll do both of them, all single ones. You can kind of see how I'd approach this one, because I think it's pretty important to see. Especially if you're first getting started with this one, this can probably get pretty frustrating. But you have time. I think it's nice. It's a nice little exercise. Don't make the same darn mistake. Sorry about that, yo. Let's see what it looks like on the model there. Yeah, that just doesn't look good to me at all. I wouldn't even try printing that one out, honestly. Wouldn't even bother with that one. But let's do the and let's see how that one looks. We kind of try to put that one in its place. Yep, that actually looks pretty good right there. See how I would have 0, with this one right here I would have 0, especially because there's something so wide, I would have 0 offset for that one right there. Yeah. Perfect. File, export. $15 but no offset. Now in my case right here, I pull them in the Accuretta's Alpha AI software. Throw them on my the thing I was printing out earlier. I print a lot of models out. Does a really good job printing out. I love printing out models, especially for cast partials. But I print them out of probably Pactent resin. Honestly, love Pactent. But let's just say we want to throw everything on with no offset. You know. Oops, we can see right here when we did this, we actually printed out, we accidentally it must have been number 15 right there. We probably got 2 things on there by accident. Or that must have been number 13. Got 2 teeth on there, that's okay. Sometimes it happens. So let's see here, file, export. Let's read number 5. Beautiful. See, we got our 3 little onlays, inlays here. I would do it on the Pactent Rodent Sculpture. We would do it on the Sole small plate, because why not? Go really easily. I would try to print out 2 copies of each one of them, because also very easy. And yeah, we'd have some. That's how it ended up printing it out right there. And let's see how long this would take me if we did it all supported, auto supports. That wouldn't worry me at all. That'd be fine. Print it out right there. Way to print that out. 33 minutes. Not too bad for 3 little onlays. You know, took me a moment of how long this took me to print. Let's see here. This took me 30 minutes to design. I was kind of taking my time playing around with a little bit here. That's not too bad, honestly. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Kind of a cool little, just playing around with Blue Sky plan. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.